Good morning. Good morning. Happy good morning to you all. Idaho hillbilly hunting opens in the Idaho mountains. Well, if I was in the Idaho mountains, hunting would be all year round. Come listen to a story. Hmm. Anybody here? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Oh, doesn't show that I have anybody viewing right yet. So let's see. Good morning, Ron. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Uh, how was lighting the grill? What are you doing? Grilling first thing this morning? And what you're grilling? I like actually putting flour shells on the grill. Flour taco shells. Good morning, Brad. Yeah, it's four of us now. Yeah. Oh, nice to have you here. Hmm. Got a spectacular deal yesterday. Trying to get two more deals today. So, mhm. Okay, slow smoking a chicken. Well, that's pretty cool. I was I'm doing okay there, Brad. You? I was on Facebook Marketplace last night, and I just turned it on, and I scrolled down about one line, and it says washer and dryer, Adrian, $60. And it's got a picture of two nice looking washers, a nice looking washer and dryer, and it said 4 minutes. So I typed in and said, I'm interested. She typed me back and said, give me her address. I said, I'd be over in a couple minutes. Yeah, car's fixed. Brakes are a little funny still. I'm gonna bleed them. You shouldn't have to bleed them, but I, I've always been a big fan of when you do a brake job to bleed the damn things. So I'm gonna bleed the brakes, and hopefully everything will be fine that way. So, good morning, Linda. Looking lovely as ever. But anyways, went over there, and the washer, the washer and dryer is like 6 years old. She's moving back up to Petoskey, Michigan, which is like 300 miles from here, and she doesn't want to take anything but a suitcase. So she's selling everything she's got. So I oh hell, congratulations, Steve. That'll keep the paperwork busy, won't it? Anyways, there was no power in the house. So she says, I can't show you that it works because you're just going to have to trust me. There's no power in the house because, the power's been shut off, the gas is all shut off, the house has been sold. I have to be out of the house by the end of the week. And I'm just trying to get everything out of here. So, okay. Well, I took my son with me because he needs a washer and dryer. So we looked at them. They were like 6 years old. Nice looking. I opened them up, checked them out. Said, hey, it looks pretty nice to me. Can't imagine anything being wrong with them. So, bought them. Well, I only brought a pair of channel locks with me. So I got the hoses off with the washer. No problem. Went to get the gas line off and I couldn't budge it. And to top it all off, when we did get the gas line finally off, we took it off the dryer part, off the back side of the dryer, and went to take the line off in the gas pipe, and it wouldn't come off, but the gas pipe come off. So I called my daughter to come over, with a pickup, so we could haul them out. So got them for $60. And I told the lady, I said, my daughter's going to bring another wrench, and we'll take the pipe off, and I'll put the pipe back on. Oh, okay. She says, but I got to go. So, thank you. Well, my daughter brings a wrench. We go to take the pipe off. I go to open the door to go downstairs to put it back on, and the door's locked. So anyways, she has a gas stove and a refrigerator there. They're both Frigidaires. They're both jet black. And I'm going there today to pick up both of them. They're probably 5, 6 years old. She's lived in the house for 8 years, and she bought them after she moved in the house. So they're less than 8 years old or whatever, but the stove needs a little cleaning, and the refrigerator needs new seals. Then again, if you'd have bought a refrigerator 20 years ago, the seals would have been still on there. Everything now is junk. So I made her an offer on them, and I believe she's going to take it. So now I'll go over there today, and I'll grab the refrigerator and the stove out of there. I'll clean them both up. I've been wanting a gas stove, and the refrigerator, I'll pull the seals off in that, order a new seal kit for it, and when that comes in, I get it all done. I'll pull my refrigerator out, put that one in, and probably my refrigerator is 24 years old, so and that will be going to the scrapyard. So I'll put it out there at the curb, let somebody else worry about taking the Freon out of it. Yeah. Good morning, Junk. So Lucky 7, good morning. That's right, Tim. Yeah, I can't wait to read the news. Yeah, house vandalized, appliances stolen. Yeah, I don't care. I got a receipt for the washer and dryer. She said she went to some guy. She had some stuff on Facebook for sale, and some guy wanted to come over and see it. He contacted her and said he was interested, and she said, well, come on over. And she gave him the address, and he bought a couple of things, and he seen her flat screen TV, and he said, I'm interested in that. She says, no, I'm going to take the flat screen TV with me. He said, oh, okay. And he was talking to her and asking her a bunch of questions. Nobody lives here anymore. No, no, no. We're staying someplace else because if we got everything shut off, we're moving out. So the next day she walked in there, the back window was open and the TV was gone. I said, "Did you learn a lesson?" She said, "I sure did." I said, "What was the lesson you learned?" "Yeah, I got brakes, but I'm going to have to bleed them there, junkyard." Like I said, I'm a big fan of bleeding brakes when you replace them. And, they work, they stop you and everything, and just they don't feel like they were. So I'm going to bleed them, see if that works. So. There you go. That'll help you there, Steve. Either that or it'll help you go again. You know. But anyways, I probably going to end up getting those. And yeah, cork. Yep, that'll keep it from squirting around. Anyways, I'm probably gonna get the stove in the refrigerator, and then I contacted the guy. Wife's going to Monroe at 2:30, and if I hear from this guy before that, um, well, maybe Grizz is around. He'll kiss it for you. No, no, you're the one that one of you guys. I know one of you guys does that, and the other one receives. I can't remember which one it is. But anyways, good morning, JD. Um, if I hear from this guy before she goes to Monroe, uh, somebody's gonna lose an eye. I'll tell you about a cork here in a minute. Um, there's a guy on Marketplace that's got pop-up camper, $50. Uh, Inside's junk. You can see that the back side of the camper's blowed out for $50. Pole's good, nice tires, make a nice little trailer. Well, for $50, I'll buy that trailer too, because I can have one for that cart and use one for hauling stuff, evidently. So I will talk to Mama, and for $50, and it's not a bad deal. It's probably got a stove and everything else in it too, so I can sell most of that stuff and get my money back. So that's right, Grizz might have been around. So, and being that, good morning, Christy. You're looking lovely as ever. And being that she's going to be in Monroe, I can just take the car from Monroe up to Rockwood, which is only 12 miles, and pick it up and come back and meet her. And then when we come home, I'll take some straps to make sure that I got some big straps. I'll take some big straps, make sure that the top stays on, and I'll strap a piece of angle iron on it, put my car hauling lights on it. So I have, tail lights on the thing, and just bring it home. Got to be a thinker. How far am I from Jackson? 30 miles. I go to Jackson all the time. That's where my pain management doctor is at. Anyways, this is an old joke. It's probably not politically correct, but we'll just say it anyways. There's these two Polish guys, Polacks. Okay. They're walking around looking, they're saying, one says, the other says, I hear if we take us a steer and we fatten it up and take it to the fairgrounds, we could win, you know, the grand champion, which could pay us $50,000. Well, the other Polak says, well, how are we going to do that? He's thinking about buying a welding bed there. Well, that's pretty cool. How you doing, Andrea? Andrianic? I can't even spell it. How you doing? Anyways, let me get back to it. These two Polacks are talking about, you know, making a grand champion steer. So one Polak says to the other, says, hey, I got an idea. He says, well, what's your idea? He said, well, take us a steer. We'll shove a cork in its ass, and we'll just let it eat until it gets big. And when it gets so big, we'll take it to the fair, and I bet it wins the grand champion. The other Polak says, hey, that's a good idea. So they do that, you know, and that steer is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, it didn't win the grand champion. But one Polak says to the other, says, hey, how are we going to get this cork out of this steer's ass? The other Polak says, I've already thought about that. We'll get us a monkey, take him down to the wine cellar, and have him start pulling corks. So that monkey was down in the wine cellar, and he pulled the cork, and that wine come out, and he drank it. Oh, he liked that. So he pulled another cork, and he drank it, and you know, that monkey's just down there pulling corks and drinking left and right. After about a week's worth of training, that monkey was ready. They line that monkey up behind that cow, and that monkey sees that cork, and he reaches right up and he grabs that. And next thing you know, the two Polacks wake up in the hospital. One Polak says to the other, says, what the hell happened? He says, hell, I don't know, but when that monkey pulled that cork, the last thing I remember seeing that monkey going like this, trying to put it back. Da-dun-dun. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I love camping. So. Adirondack. I don't know how to say it. Adirondack Camping Adventures. So, or could we say add Irondack? Add Irondack. Add Irondack. So. But you're looking lovely as ever. So I know I'm a channel follower of yours. So. Adirondack. So, anyways, that's what's going on today. So, if I hear back from the trailer guy or camper guy, I'll be happy. So, I'll be happy anyways. Yeah, but I can't pronounce the name there, Tim. I'm just a country boy. So if your brother-in-law gets that welding bed, you coming up to Jackson too to pick it up? Steve just sent me a message in Facebook. No, Steve, man. Hey, don't do pictures like that, man. You scare me. About had a heart attack. No. Yeah, Johnny Cash went to Jackson. I'm going to Jackson. Actually, yeah, it's a long ways. Jackson is home of the biggest walled or the largest walled prison in the world, or in the world or in the United States, but it's the largest walled prison. He never did leave though. Yeah. Oh. What was that on Craigslist? And that's was it a welding bed for a pickup truck? I have no idea if he ever left. No. Oh, some guy knows on the pipeline? Okay. Oh, that's cool. Good morning, Picker. Nice to have you here. Now you're talking about Jackson, Mississippi, or something like that, and you're not talking about Jackson, Michigan, Picker, are you? Oh, you have no idea you made that up. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, we got Jackson Prison up there, and then we got the world's, like I said, it was the world's largest walled prison. And that's funny. uh-huh. And then he go back to jail. I'm coming right back. I'm just going to play bingo. God, leave me alone. I'm just gonna play some bingo. It ain't like I'm going away. No. Blood, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. How's your beautiful bride Vampira doing? Hopefully she's doing everything. They're doing okay. Nice to see you. Did you? Huh. Well, tell her I hope she gets better. And she's looking lovely as ever. Well, how was he getting out? That's the thing. I wanted to know how he's getting out of jail. Yeah, steam heat never works in the winter. All right, Brad. So I gotta go. I'm only gonna run this to like yeah, 8:45 because she banned you yesterday. Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay, Chris. Yeah. I can't remember which one you was, but which one were you? Um, Hell, I can't even remember now. So they never figured out he's getting in and out. Jackson, Tennessee. Yeah. Well, hell no. You're wide open for him, Big Steve. Pillow biter. Oh, butt bacon. Okay, yeah. I couldn't. I figured it was either you or Steve. So, good morning, David. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. We come up with a good plan the other day, David. We were talking about taking a bunch of big bulldozing San Francisco down, and then pushing it clear to the Grand Canyon and filling it in. That way, you wouldn't have to drive around. You could just drive right over. See, I'm looking out for you, David. So, you better be back in a flash. You got diarrhea. Have your mom walk to work. Exercise to do her good. That sounds like a plan. Yep. I figured it'd be a good idea. In fact, they could take most of the major towns in San Francisco, bulldoze them down, push them over there in the Grand Canyon. And yeah, take that cork with you, Steve. Just the cork. Don't sit on the bottle. Well, yeah. Well, anyways, I'm gonna be out of here at like 8:45 because yeah, I know, but we're talking about building material and everything else. All that concrete and stuff will take a while. So we'll be all long gone before it sinks down too much where you can't drive around it or above it anymore. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, take it out of the bottle first, Steve. Only you do, Sharon. Yeah. I tell you what, honestly, I went from I worked at the garbage company. Went from having a landfill that was like 140 feet above the the level ground near the driveway, and within I don't know 15 years, it was like 10 feet below the driveway. It had decomposed that much. Cork the size of a watermelon, 5 gallon. Well, you could just use a 5 gallon bucket and turn it around backwards. Either way. So, wow, that's a little warm there, David. Excuse me while I powder me nose. Kid jumped the Grand Canyon with a motorcycle. JCT, Sunday morning, welcome September. She's put out a video. Oh. Anybody seen JCT lately? Oh, I can breathe now. I sold them a pair of TV ears. Just waiting for the woman to pay me so I can ship it. When she pays me, I'll ship that and get that out. I'm always interested in finding them, man. Every time I go to the thrift stores, I look for those. Those sell. Those are probably one of the best things that sell on eBay because they're like $190 for them. And when you're getting less than $30 for a pair of them, people like to buy them. This is the next thing I'm going to sell on eBay. A red gummy bear. I'm going to start the bidding out at $100. Robbie Knievel did. That's right. I bet I get some idiot to buy it. Wow, a red one. That was something about the Snake River Canyon jump. Yeah, so she can deal with it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he hit that chute as soon as he left because I don't blame him. That probably scared the living hell out of him. Is that on YouTube? Because I missed that there, Junkyard. Robbie Knievel. They had a bunch of jumpings the other, well, it was a couple of weeks ago or about a month and a half ago or something like that. It was on the History Channel, but I missed it. I did have a DVR to tape it, but somebody shut that, canceled that DVR so they could do something else. I think it was like Ellen's Games or The Bachelorette or something like that. Something really interesting. I see they got Bachelorette in Paradise coming up. Oh boy. Another reason to take a 44 to yourself. Yeah. that was all that was on TV, and I was forced to watch it. I, I, I would ice pick my own eyes and ears. Oh, yeah. You've had one of them triple bite. I've seen that, man. It was on. I think it was on Guys Grocery Games, and then they did a expose on it, um, and they were talking about how bad it was for your health to eat that thing because it had so much grease and fat and calories and everything else. And yeah, I just got notification. Let's see. That was for the trailer. The Breakfast of Champions, yeah. Um, he just messaged me back. Told me it had an inch and 7/8 ball. I told him I would message him on this afternoon and see if he still has it. And yeah, I know. But don't you have to sign a waiver or something like that? I thought you had to sign a waiver when you order that. And there was, what was it? The reason why they did it is because there was a guy that had been going in there every day for years having that triple bypass burger. That was why they did the expose on it. So, and I if I'm trying to remember it, but if I remember correctly, the guy said when he first started eating it, he only weighed like 180 pounds, and now he's like up to 360 or something like that. No. He was a company spokesperson. Yeah. Oh, I bet that is good there. You're on an Amish diet, and what does that entail of their Tim? Huh. He weighed almost 400 pounds. Okay. I thought this guy was only 180 pounds or something like that, and weighed like 360 or something. I may be wrong. I haven't seen that. That's been years since I've seen that one. So. Good home cooked food. Well, the other day I bought 18 eggs, a dozen and a half eggs. Those were those so organics or whatever, non-GMO, grass-fed, open range, eggs. Come in the plastic see-through container. Now I don't understand that. Okay, everything's organic and everything is, you know, healthy for you, but they put it in a plastic container. Why wouldn't they put it in one of them corrugated paper containers? That way it can be recycled or, it can be composted or whatever. Nope, in a plastic container. So that's like a plastic straw in a paper container, or, wrapper, or a paper straw in a plastic wrapper. All right, there, Brad. You have yourself a great day. Yeah, I couldn't live scared like that either. But anyways, they had them there. They were $1 for 18 of them. They were marked down. I guess they couldn't get the $5 for a dozen and a half that they were expecting. So I bought 2 dozen because there was eggs right next to them were 40 cents for a dozen. So I got 18 for $1, which I could have got 2 dozen and a half for $1. But they were good eggs. They were really good eggs. That's right. Yeah. If you're gonna buy a casket, you might as well take every square inch of that property up inside there, right, Tim? Oh, if you're gonna buy, what you do is you buy a big casket, one that's extra extra large, and then you take a couple of people with you. Boom, boom. We're all gonna go together. There you go. So that's the best way to do it. You have to have a completely open casket. Sounds like a clean casket. Yeah, and just put them in there with Epstein. Nobody's gonna miss them. Chicken eggs. That's right. Huh. Well, you can do like I seen a guy do the other day there, David. He was pulling his riding lawnmower down the street behind his pickup. Yep. He had about a 3 foot chain on it. And he'd pull it and he'd slow down the riding lawnmower. It'd hit the bumper of the truck. And he'd pull it again, slow down, it'd hit the bumper of the truck. Thought that was a funny way of getting it home. I just didn't understand why he just didn't buy some boards and push it up on the back of in the bed. But silly me. Yeah, you're right. Well, like they say, some of these milk producers have pictures of cows walking around pastures, and usually they're all cooped up in barns. Yeah, there you go, Tim. That's the way to do it, David. Don't worry about it, David. If it was a Ford, or, if it's a Dodge or a Ford or a Chevy, you probably have to end up walking with one of them anyways. So, what'd you buy? Excuse me. You're probably right there. Excuse me. Thank you. 1989 Toyota Celica GT convertible. Huh. Don't you have a pickup? Hell, you probably put that in the back of your pickup. Uh-huh. There's this guy that's got 9 Izettas. And then he's got an Izetta that's got a football on the back of it. I think it was a clown, a car for some college or whatever. But I've always liked them Izettas. No, I'll have to. I'll have to check that out. Well, that's great there, Andrea. Camping, camping adventures. There you go. Does it have a ball on the back of it? Why don't you one of them car haulers? Yeah, we use it like a court. Huh. I don't think he'd be jamming. Well, that's pretty cool. Um, I remember when I first took my driver's license, I was a little nervous too, but huh. So, camping adventures, what are you doing? I need a shed built. I just watched your shed. I even give you a thumbs up on it. You have plenty to drive? Okay. So, maybe a gourd. Yep, maybe a gourd. um, I'm sure I can find you some zucchini around around here too. There, have you thought about a pumpkin, Big Steve? Actually, one of them butternut squashes is probably one of the best things because you know they're big at the end, then they swoop down the center, then they get big again at the other end. That way, it's like a collar around it, you know. But they're out. But shake your booty, shake your booty. You'd be able to hear Steve coming in the middle of fall. He'd be doing the cucaracha. Hey, give me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Dipper Gorge, yeah. I could just see Steve doing a mama dance. Cucaracha, cucaracha. Where's that rattling noise coming from? Do, 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 do. A cucaracha, cucaracha. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I think I just threw out my new hip. Oh, God. No. You know, it'd be funny, though, watching Grizz right behind him. You got, no, you got one hand on each hip, and he's kicking his legs out. Da, 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 da. Come on, people, laugh. That was funny. Anybody out there? That's right. Get the big ones. Huh. You're probably right there, Grizz. Yeah, you might get some water next week. Oh. Oklahoma plays tonight, don't they, Junkyard? I thought I seen that yesterday, that they play tonight. Um, I see North Carolina lost last night, didn't they, to South Carolina? When I was watching it, it was like 20-9 or something like that. Then I started, I had to go do some stuff, and then I started watching the Michigan game. Go Wolverines. So, good morning, Ian. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. It's Sunday. That's right. It is Sunday. You're looking lovely as ever, Ian. There you go. Hey, that's all. The more, don't actually camping. Don't force yourself to do anything too fast. Wait till you get comfortable. A lot of times when people first get their driver's license, first thing they ever do is go to the store and back, and then after that they go a few other places, um, and then they start to be comfortable enough to where they go out of town. So but you feel comfortable enough driving, you can come to Michigan and build me a shed. Good morning, mate. Can't eat a cold burger. There you go. Huh. That ain't no good. You know how you fix that real quick, don't you? Take your curtain rod and go up above it, and then, and then cover it with a nice long curtain. See, how's that look? Well, there's no sense of having a cold hamburger. No, there is no sense. There is no reason why you should ever have a cold hamburger. God gave you two pressure cookers. And you can keep them burgers warm till you get home. Dinner. There's no reason to have a cold hamburger. just got to be a thinker there, Ian. See, if I did that and the drywall fell out from above the window and I was working on it, I'd do everything in my power to make damn sure that I fixed that real quick before the wife seen it. So what I would do, I'd hang the curtain rod up higher. And she'd look at that and say, "Why are you doing that?" Well, that's the new thing now. If you look at all the home design books and stuff, they got the curtain rods right up to the ceiling. Oh, do they? Yes, they do. That's your buddy's few hours. There you go. That's funny. Either that or scuff it with some sandpaper. But yeah. That goes back to that buying that casket 3 times the size. Because you got 2 guys facing this way, and you got 1 guy facing this way, and the 1 guy facing this way can put his feet underneath the armpits of the other 2 guys. Even though he's dead, he's gonna have warm feet. Huh. That's right. They pushed the buddy system way back there. You're driving. Where are you driving? Driving to go get Miss Emmy? It, it seems to me she's made enough money she can get her car out of hot, get it fixed, get her driver's license and all that other stuff, put some insurance on it. Mm-hmm. 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 Put your foot down, mama. Make her be an adult. So, how could she possibly still be mad at you, Chris? There's nothing there to be mad at. You're just a lovable guy. An apology would be nice. Just saying. Okay. I'm sorry. Uh, I'll say it for you, Grizz. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama Linda. I am so sorry you wouldn't understand how sorry I really am. Was that good enough? Good morning, just me. Looking lovely as ever you are. Yeah, he let his alligator mouth overrun his canary ass, didn't he, Junkyard? See, apology accepted. You're looking quite ravishing today. Oh, you're protective. You're protective. Yeah, you get words wrong. I know you do. Sure you do. Anyways, if I get that stove and refrigerator, I think I'm gonna do a video on it when I get it home, uh, a before and after, because it does need some cleaning. So I'll clean it all up. But hey, it does look nice. So anybody got something they want to talk about for the next 7 minutes? Let me know. I was just checking. I've seen how much the seals are. They're like $30 a piece. So, and I don't understand that because the refrigerator door is twice as big as the freezer door. You gonna do carrots and apples today? I think I'm doing a boiled dinner tomorrow. I'm supposed to. So, your back doesn't break doing it. Don't overwork yourself. Get the little guy out there. Have him start pulling carrots. There you go. Or press them and make some cider. There you go. Your son's at his dad's? Okay. That's what I don't understand. You're done crying? Hello? I don't understand. What's the difference between apple juice and apple cider? When you press it, it's called apple cider. And when you juice it, it's called apple juice. Hmm. Well, no, not when they press it right from the beginning. I don't know the difference between apple juice and apple cider. I'm serious. I would think that cider is less filtered. Yeah, I understand that part, but um, if I took a press and I pressed apples, okay, and I didn't filter it to begin with, it's still going to be either apple juice or apple cider, whichever way you look at it. Um, but cider, for some reason, gets uh, um, darker than apple juice. How you doing, Bobby? I call it all juice. There you go. Yep. No, I think, and it's got a different taste, but I don't know what the difference is. Cider has floaters. You're right. Right. Now, we used to take, when I was in school, we'd buy cider, okay, for, FFA. We'd buy cider and would take the cap off and loosen it a little bit. And then we'd put it in our lockers. Because this back then they didn't pasteurize it. Now it's pasteurized, unless you get it right from the farmer before, or the apple mill before they do it. But we used to put it in our wall lockers at school, and we'd throw a coat over it, so you get nice and hot. All right, Mama Linda, I'm going to be taking off here in a couple of minutes, anyways. You have a great day. Tell Emmy we said hi. Tell Tom I said hi. Well, we let that sit in there. We buy it on. They had apple cider on Friday. We buy that on Friday. Let it sit in there over the weekend. Monday and Tuesday, just take a sample of it, see how it was working. By Wednesday or Thursday, you was getting you some Applejack, and we would drink that, and then Friday we'd buy another one and start it all over again. I don't know. No. I know the pectin's in in the peels, and when you press cider, you press it with the peels on, and with if you're juicing, um, that takes the peels off as you're juicing it. So I have no idea. So I don't know. It's one of the world's greatest mysteries. So yeah. All right, everybody. It is 8:45. I got to get out of here. I've got to go meet a person at 9 o'clock. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, stay yourself. I will see you tonight, I believe, um, at 8 o'clock if I'm home. If I'm not, I won't be on, but if I am home, I will be. So y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you later. Take care, everyone.